It is episode 8 Eve, and here are several theories that might not hold up through tomorrow, but I'm gonna say them anyway. Buckle up. Queenie made Bubble. She likes bugs, and Bubble is a virus. Bugs and viruses are not the same thing, but if Queenie was a programmer with husband Kinger and didn't like the direction the circus was going, maybe she placed the Bubble Boy virus to self-destruct the circus if things got out of hand. This leads me to my next theory. Kinger is a white chess piece and Queenie is a black chess piece. This implies that they're on opposing teams. Why? While Kinger does not have a lot of move on a chessboard, Queenie did, but this implies that his team somehow took out Queenie's. Did he somehow feed into Queenie's abstraction? Kaufmo is Jax's dad. There's no light way to throw that wild one down, but hear me out. Obviously, Ribbit and Jax were close. I always thought that maybe they were friends in the outside world. Kaufmo was a part of the trio, but we don't necessarily see what that dynamic was like. Kaufmo's name was also on the plans Abel had in the Chinese room, indicating he may have been a former CNA programmer and likely around Kinger's age, so the age difference would make sense. Additionally, the dramatic teenager response when Jax looks at Kaufmo's door gives the son-dad energy. When Pomni arrives and Kinger says,
"Did someone say something about an insect collection?"
is he implying she is a bug? Does he know more than we do? A few honorable mentions that I'm going to have some B-roll for. Kane tried to create a hive mind. Of course, the bees reference here, which is why most of the early abstractions took place. Humans can't withstand that much data input. Kinger's hands pull Jax into the training room at Spudsy's. Circus members get to choose one snow globe memory to visit in episode 8. The orange exit door seen on tour is actually an exit. The red one is the one that tells lies. Darkness helps Kinger because it requires less rendering power and he is an NPC that is faulty. The happy mask was implanted into Zubal's toy box by Jax to be kind to Gangle because he would never be caught dead being nice just to be nice, but he does really care about Gangle. The reason we see Jax pull back from Pomni is because everybody leaves. Ribbit and Kaufmo abstracted. Now Gangle moved on from what he perceived was a positive friendship. He doesn't want to get close because he feels rejected by Gangle and doesn't want Pomni to get the chance to do the same thing, so he walls up even more. In episode 5, when they do several adventures back to back, Jax said he was going to take a nap. He was already in a place where he wanted to isolate and was already primed for abstraction. Jax is a bit of a bully, which is why Kane really likes him. Jax causes psychological damage, making Kane's job easier. We see Kane favor Jax by answering Jax's summons, for example. The egg references that lead to Jax saying, "I'm just a chicken fetus in an egg waiting to be cracked open," is actually a reference to common trans term, cracking the egg, which means to finally realize and come to terms with being trans. Jax is afraid of femininity due to internalized biases, which is why he hasn't come to terms with being trans femme. If the digital copy theory, the cast are just digital copies of themselves, and consumption theory, they're slowly being consumed by the digital world and their codes are being released and shared amongst each other, are both true, then I think that once the original code leaves somebody beyond a certain threshold, that's when they abstract. In this train of thought, the eyes on the abstracted each represent the intentional or unintentional impressions cast on the original code by the other circus members. I doubt that any of my theories will be correct, but I had to get it out there before episode 8 releases. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below, and we'll see you after episode 8.